Hello, everybody. I have made it back here, somehow in one piece. It's a new day, it's a new week. We can look forward to the future and just whatever you do, don't turn around and look at the past. The effort to reflect on what happened last week is not worth it. I promise you that. I think we got it did to us last week. I can't remember the last time I took 2 L's in the same day as big as I did last week. But you know what? We move forward, okay? It is okay if we can ever play Minecraft and look at lava the same way after last week. It's okay. Rest assured, everybody, I'm not gonna box jump onto the counter this week, although a lot of you guys have asked me to do an entire cooking video where I just box jump onto things while I cook. Unfortunately, Jenna probably wouldn't like that, and I'd probably get hurt and have to go to the ER, and then nobody would get delicious food cooked for them, myself included. So I'm making a selfish decision by retiring from box jumping in the kitchen today, okay? We did it last week, twice. I told my trainer, he was very proud of me. Anyway, we need a win this week. We just need a win. And luckily, Kermit, get off the table. Get off the table. We just talked about box jumping onto the tables and you box jump onto the table. I'm gonna hand myself a nice little layup this week because you know what? I need it. I need a win. I need to succeed. I need something good to eat. I need something delicious looking and pretty to film. So we're gonna go easy mode this week, all right? If you don't wanna go easy mode with me, go watch something else. I don't know. There are a lot of things that I'm pretty in touch with as far as the internet goes when there are big trends or memes or crazes that go on. I feel like I'm at least pretty in touch to the point where I can understand what's going on. The chicken sandwich thing is outside of that. I am completely lost as to why the Popeyes and Chick-fil-A and this whole chicken sandwich craze just happened out of nowhere. I'm like, were they not selling chicken sandwiches before? Was that it? Is it a new formula maybe? I'm sure I'm gonna get yelled at about it in the comments, but I just didn't understand it. It was cool because, I don't know, people being excited about food is exciting to me. But I just didn't really understand it, and that's okay, that's fine. But here I am capitalizing on it, right? Because we're gonna make a chicken sandwich today, and it's gonna be delicious. Probably as delicious as any chicken sandwich I've ever had. When I was a small bean, I used to really enjoy the chicken sandwich that I think Jack in the Box sold. I was like a little kid. We would go through the drive-thru. One time on a bike, got yelled at, but still got our food. But a chicken sandwich, like a fried chicken sandwich to me is something that like I remember choosing over burgers. Like I enjoyed them a lot. The crispy chicken dish was just really appealing to me. So I wanted to make a full-on crispy chicken, fried chicken sandwich today, obviously out of plants, which I think is actually a relatively simple recipe, and you can do it a lot of different ways too. There's not one way to do it, as we've seen. Everyone has their own way. So this is my way, and it's kind of like a combination of a bunch of different ways that I've learned in the past, different recipes here and there. So we're gonna do it to them. We're going easy mode this week, and we're staying on the ground. Those are the 3 rules. Okay. So I would say the way I'm gonna do this is a bit extra, and if you don't want to do it this way, that's fine. You can totally find frozen versions of like plant-based chicken cutlets and things like that that you can use. I decided to go the really, really difficult and annoying way because I had some time yesterday to prep. And that way is you're gonna take some firm or medium firm tofu and you're gonna stick it in the freezer. That's it, you're done. No, I'm kidding. So you're gonna let this freeze completely solid. This is some soy boy science right here, okay? We're freezing and unfreezing tofu. You're gonna take it out of the freezer, put it on the counter, maybe on top of a kitchen towel, and you're gonna let it thaw completely out, right? So you're gonna freeze it and then defrost it. And then once it's completely defrosted, you might be asking yourself, why the hell did we do that? And then me be like, let's do it again. So then you're gonna freeze it again and defrost it again. And I know that sounds stupid, but the method of freezing and defrosting the tofu twice sort of affects the texture of the tofu and what's gonna be our chicken meat in the final product. And it gives it sort of like the flaky, air pockety texture that you would find in like a tender piece of chicken. Whereas tofu by itself doesn't really have that when you buy it from the store. So throw it in the freezer, watch some Netflix, go for a run, take a nap, and then remove it from the freezer and do the whole thing again. And then we're ready to go, okay? So luckily I prepped mine and it's in the fridge right now. So let's get a pot, get your notebooks out, turn to page 1, and then skip to page 5, leave the first 5 pages blank for doodles, you know? And if you forgot your pen, it's okay. We're not writing anything down. All right, so we are going to start by making like a little bit of a marinade. And this is what, once your tofu has been frozen twice, This is what you're gonna let it marinate in for 6 to 24 hours, anywhere in that time frame. We are just gonna keep this on super low, and you're gonna, Jesus. And you're gonna take one of these not chicken bouillon cubes, which is actually a really nice thing to have to cook with. You're gonna just take 2 of them and you're gonna let them dissolve in the water. And this is sort of gonna create like a chicken broth, kind of how we did with the jackfruit. And then my version of the 2 shots of vodka, we're gonna add some liquid smoke, but literally just like a little bit. Way less than I did last time. You're gonna take a little bit of salt, spill a bunch onto the cooktop. That's fine, everything's fine. And you're gonna want to break the bouillon cubes up as the water heats. Okay, in a perfect world, I would have matching little glassware things for my spices, but I don't. So this is really not approved for Pinterest. Nobody posts this on Pinterest. You need matching glassware or you need to get out. Hi, we are Pinterest, welcome. This is gonna go in our flour mixture. We've actually, I think, made this or a similar flour mixture before here on the channel, but it's gonna be our breading for the fried chicken that we're making. And I personally like a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick to the fried chicken. Not lava cake.
Please tell me this is not Minecraft themes.
Never again.
Is it edible?
Actually, before you came in here, we agreed that we were going to talk about it. So.
Oh, sorry.
I'm making fried chicken.
I love fried chicken.
We're going to take our mixture, which should be hot, but not like boiling hot, and we're going to pour it into a container. And this will be where we are going to marinate. And then you're gonna do a little drizzle of olive oil and mix this around. And now we're gonna take our tofu that you have frozen and unfrozen twice. You're gonna take it out of the tofu press and we are going to lower it into our marinade. This is gonna go away for 6 to 24 hours, depending on how much time you have and how tasty you want your tofu. Put that in the fridge so it can cool down. The fat will render down a little bit and it should give us something like this. So this is our block of tofu we have right here. And I'm actually going to cut it hamburger style down the middle. I don't know if you can actually tell, but to me, the texture of the tofu after doing the freeze-unfreeze technique looks a lot more like spongy and air pockety. I don't know how else to describe it. Like when you get processed fake meat, it kind of looks like this. We're gonna cut it like that. So we have 2 a little bit bigger pieces and 2 a little bit smaller pieces. As of right now, we can set this aside until we start frying, which is going to be soon. But first we need to make our flour mixture. All right, we are gonna take 2 cups of flour. Then we're gonna add some nooch. We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of this. Teaspoon of sugar or an Aries pinch. That's not sugar, that's salt. Why did I say sugar? And a tiny pinch of actual sugar. Then we're just gonna go down the list of spices here. Paprika, ground ginger, rosemary, savory, thyme, dill, sage, and marjoram, onion powder, coriander, and cayenne mixed with red pepper flakes. All right, so you're gonna whisk the dry mix together, and that is that. It is delicious, I can already smell it. Trust me, you will be excited to have your chicken breaded in this. Let's set that aside for now. And we will put together a bowl for our mayo mixture. Do about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Next, we're gonna do a half a teaspoon of celery seed. I actually haven't tried this recipe, so it might be bad. And then we're just gonna both suffer together. Do a little bit of ground pepper, and you're gonna actually take a clove of garlic and mince it. Okay, this garlic is finely minced. And then last but not least, obviously, we're gonna need some mayo. So we're gonna use our Best Foods vegan mayo, which is so cool that that exists now. You're gonna take your child spoon and probably, I don't know, we're making 2 sandwiches, so I'm just gonna make enough and just mix this together. And it's gonna be a little bit creamier, a little bit more fluid than the regular mayo, but it looks nice. You can see the spices inside of it. Goddamn, that's tasty. This is the last boring part. We're gonna make our buttermilk. You're gonna put some alt milk of your choice. We're using cashew milk right now, and about a tablespoon of vinegar. And you're also gonna add some hot sauce. And we're just gonna mix this together. And this will be our wet mixture. Are we ready to do it to them? Is it time to plug in the cooktop and get frying? I mean, that's pretty much it. We are going to take our tofu. We're gonna go wet, dry, and fry. That's my new song and band name. Called it. Don't take it, it's mine. And so we will toast our rolls, and so by the time we're done with our chicken, these will be ready and we can just crack into this. Now it's time to really do it to them. Okay, you're gonna get your knife and you're gonna put it in the sink because it's dirty and you're a responsible adult. You're gonna suppress all of your Aries tendencies. You're gonna take some vegetable oil and coat the bottom of the pan in about, I don't know, 1/4 inch. So we want our oil to be 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then all you gotta do right at this point is get your phone ready to take a beautiful Instagram post of this fried chicken sandwich that we're gonna make. And you didn't have to go fight a crowd at a restaurant full of people. I find that I enjoy my food when I'm with maybe one person. Any more than that is stressful and it's affecting my enjoyment of eating food, which is what I like to do most in this world. So here we go, we're gonna go wet, dry, keep those hands separate, back to wet, and then dry one more time. So here we go, baby. You're gonna spill a little bit of oil, give yourself a scare, and this is the best part. This is when the fried chicken becomes beautiful and you're starting to smell it, and it's giving this aroma of just great food, and food that doesn't taste like lava cake. Okay, well this is it right here. We're gonna choose the most delectable looking piece of chicken, which I think is this one. We're just gonna prepare it right on our surface here. We're gonna put this right here. Take some of our wonderful Grillos bread and butter chip pickles. We're gonna put maybe 2. No, let's do 3, we can fit 3. These are almost gone because Jenna likes to just eat these. And the last step, of course, all right, so I have this laser thermometer, which can tell temperature. Watch your eyes. You can tell it says bomb. All right, y'all, it's time for the final test of the chicken sandwich that we just made. Let's bite into it. Oh my God, that is so good. It's very messy because the bread I used is like a rock, but if you use normal bread, it tastes so good, man. The mayo tastes amazing, the pickles, and the chicken is like, it's there. Honestly, it's simple, you know what I mean? It's simple. If you follow the instructions, it's pretty hard to mess up, and it tastes delicious. I'm sorry, I can't stop eating this. This is insanely good. This brings me back, man. Crispy chicken sandwich. Popeyes? Popeyes who? The texture of the tofu is actually much better than I expected. Excuse me while I house this entire thing. I think we got a win this week. We had to. We needed a win and we got one. Jenna, you ready?
Hey, my hair still has a lot of gel in it.
Does it still have gel in it?
Yeah, of course it does.
Crispy chicken sandwich, not from Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, but from Aries Kitchen, and it tastes better. The bread might be hard though.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's good. Oh, shit. Mmm. You know what would be good on this too? That like sriracha, chipotle, like mayo. Oh, that's really good.
Allowed, not allowed?
It's barely allowed.
Barely allowed, okay.
The texture of the tofu is really good. There's like more air pockets. It's like dried out.
Yeah, that's what freezing it twice does.
That's really tiny. How'd you do that?
Did to him, I guess. You want me to take a bite? I'll help you.
Mmm.
Like, look at this.
That's really good.
This might be the best fried chicken I've made.
You can
Like,
make it Nashville hot wrap chicken sandwich, like.
Look at that. That's crazy. The texture is like really impressive, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you for being our taster.
Oh,
This episode marks one whole week of lava cake being behind us, and things are looking up. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Rather simple one, but an important one nonetheless, especially currently with all the chicken sandwich talk going on. I had to throw my effort in the ring here. You know, this is my fighter, okay? How did he do? Did he get knocked out in the first round? I don't care, because I'm proud of him. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for putting up with me. I will see you next week for more food that we can share together via the bond of the internet. Peachy, huh? You see the fried chicken? Remember when you were the sous chef and you used to steal my food? Her heart is beating so fast, but to be fair, that is worth it. This made my heart beat fast too, and you make my heart beat faster. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay, Jesus. Bye.